Hello. Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we will see an example of, not an example, examples of range and multi-range as we had discussed. So let's get started quickly and then we can talk about other things. We need to delete these tables. So I don't think we will have those tables. Let's look at what we have. Let's delete all this. Drop. Let's drop the database itself. Okay, drop database test. We can create again. Okay, so we dropped, and now we create a fresh database test. So we have a fresh database. Okay, so now first we create the table employee. We are going to look at the vacation example. So we have employee ID, primary key, integer. It should be serial rather than primary key. Text name is text, not null, and vacation is date range. Okay, so we copy this and we create this table. All right, nice. Now we insert few of the rows, 3 rows. This time Charlie is not there, Carol is there. Okay, so let's see. So first we verify the inserted data. We order by employee ID. Okay, all right, very nice. We have all the data. Now we want to find employees whose vacation overlaps between 13th August through 16th August. So we select name vacation employees where vacation, and this is the overlap operator. If you remember, if you're not watched my previous video, you should go and watch where we discussed all this. So ampersand gives us Alice and Carol have overlapping vacation stuff. Now let's see, we want to see employees whose vacation contains 13th August. So this is the operator, okay, which we need to check. So we have this query for that. So I will not explain everything in this because we have already covered at the rate greater than all that ampersand. And similarly, if you put the other way where this should be contained inside, I mean vacation should be contained inside. So for August, we want the range from 1st August to 31st August. Note that when we talk of ranges in general, whenever you see a range in general in computer science or mathematics, if it is not explicitly given, whether it is closed or open, and then you should assume that the left hand side will be closed, typically denoted by bracket. Okay, closed sides are denoted by brackets. So if this bracket is on the right side, it will be fully closed. But if you in general, what will happen, that right side will be open. It is normally read as half closed, half open interval. So it is typically closed on left hand side and open on right hand side. So first September here is not actually included. Now let's see the employees whose vacation will be in August. So all have vacations in August. Now we find the intersection between an employee's vacation and company shutdown period. So let's assume that 17th August and 13th August. Okay, that is the overlap thing. So we select this. So we have overlap here. All right. Now we can get the lower bound and upper bound of vacation, so that we can select here and report that as 2 columns. So these are the dates of start and end of vacation of different employees. Now check whether the bounds are inclusive. Okay, so true, 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 and false, false, false. Upper is not inclusive. Now we can check is empty. So all are not empty. Now length of each vacation you can figure out by subtracting the upper limit from the lower limit. And there we have 5 hours and 6 days. Empty range you can create by using this. Now we check whether two vacations overlap. So we select employees name as employee 1, employee second name as employee 2, E1 vacation, E2 vacation from employees, and then we join on employee ID. Now this ID should be less than employee ID 2 so that we have the natural order, and we don't get two pair 1 2 and 2 1. We should not get the same time. And we check whether the vacations overlap. So this simple join will give us what we need. So Alice and Carol have overlapping vacations. Now, similarly to vacation, we can have an operation room availability issue, okay, where multiple operating rooms can be busy. So how do we schedule that? So let's take that as an example. We have operating rooms as a table. Room ID should have been serial primary key. Room name is text not null, and availability is TS multi-range. Now we insert several columns or other one entries there. Okay, so one is there, operating room A is there, so we don't have multiple rooms. And then we have multi-range here. Okay, so we paste that and we insert that row. Now this range is a multi-range. Remember that it's not a single range. Now we verify the inserted data so that we can verify by selecting this. And then we can check whether a room availability contains a particular time. So it is 10th August 26, 10:30. 10:30 means AM time, not 10:30 night. So yeah, it is available at that time. So we again test time when room is not available. So we get false here. Okay. So let's say that we have to have an operation on 10th August 10 o'clock to 11:30, 1.5 hours, 90 minutes. So is the room available? Okay, did I copy it properly? Copy. Okay, so availability is shown here. All right, so looks like it is available. There is overlap. Yeah, overlap is there for room 1. Now we select whether the room is unavailable during that period. Let me see previous result. Okay, a bit confused about it. So 10th August 10 to 11:30. So 10th August 8, 13, 10. Between 4 and 6. Yeah. So yeah, room is available. So then we test whether room is available or not between 12:30 and 1:30. So we test this between 10:30 and 11:30. Sorry, between 12:30 and 1:30. 12:30 and 1:30 room is not available because it is booked between 1 to 3. Okay. Now we can make union of these two ranges, so that we have already done in the example. So I will not go through what we have done in the previous video. This we have done. Now we can do something for room slots. We can take another example. Let's create another table, room slots, and we insert this time 5 rows. Okay, so it has only two things, room ID and TS range. So in your computer science, you might have conference rooms. So maybe your floor has two conference rooms, and these are the dates when it is available. Now we can select the inserted data here by securing this query, and we combine individual ranges into multi-range. So we have not studied aggregation functions, so I will not do this yet. Now what we can do is we can count the number of individual ranges. Okay, so number of available periods, count star from room slots, and we group by room ID and order by room ID. So it will unnest the multi-range to individual range. So number of available periods are 3 and here it is 2. Expand the multi-range into individual range. So that we can do here. So you see explicit use of unnest here. Okay. Now range aggregation we have not done yet. Range merge we can do. So as you can see here, I have written that returns the smallest range containing the entire multi-range. So it will do that. Okay. Now range operators, you can go through this. I will put this as a gist, but I'm not going through this because this is fairly trivial and we have discussed all this. So let me quickly make a gist for you. So as you know, I give the code as gist and the link will be in the description. Okay. So we name this range multirange.md multirange.md and this should be SQL type. So we put that and then we have triple tick. Let's look at the preview. Looks good. Yeah. And we create a public gist. So don't worry about typing it all out. I will put this gist link in the description of the video. So with this, we come to the end of range and multi-range. And let me quickly, we have aggregations, right? After this, let me quickly check this. Downloads, slash downloads PostgreSQL. So after range, multi-range, what do we have? We have aggregate functions. So a lot of aggregate functions will be there. It is about 8 pages. So quite a bit of information is there. A lot is from JSON. And then we have for statistics. So quite useful for data science people and AI people. And then there are various other things are there. And then we have important window functions. So tomorrow we will go through aggregate functions and we will try to finish it. It is doable in one video. It will be slightly longer, but I will finish it. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned something useful. And I hope that you are learning. And if you have not watched my previous videos or the playlist, I request you to go through the playlist. We have covered a lot of ground. For example, we have covered entire chapter 8. For example, we started this video from chapter 8. Okay, so we have covered all these types. And as you can see, we are here at aggregate function. So we have covered all this material from the documentation. It is boring. Yes, I know somebody reading the documentation is boring, but there are lots of examples shown along the way. For data types, I don't remember, but for functions and operators, we have quite a few examples. And there are some examples in the documentation itself. So that is alone is quite a lot. So if you're not watched the videos in the playlist, I request that you go and watch those for even more understanding of PostgreSQL. So I'll take my leave here and tomorrow we will do aggregate functions and then we will do window functions after the example of aggregate functions. So thanks a lot for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one tomorrow. Till then, stay curious, keep learning, and most importantly, enjoy.